There's a psychological reason some people never post their photos online. And no, it's not shyness, it's not insecurity, and it's definitely not because they don't like attention. Most people get this completely wrong. And once you understand this, you'll never look at quiet people the same way again. Because this behavior affects how people see you, how much they trust you, how much power you hold in social situations, and even how seriously people take you. Some people gain respect because of this behavior. Others are silently underestimated because of it. Same action, very different outcomes. You probably know someone like this. They're active online, but their face is nowhere. No selfies, no profile pictures. They watch, they observe. They rarely explain themselves. Meanwhile, everyone else is posting vacations, meals, gym mirrors, random thoughts. And naturally, people assume things. They must be insecure. They're hiding something. They lack confidence. But psychology tells a much more uncomfortable story. Because there's one core psychological reason behind this behavior that almost no one talks about. And it has nothing to do with fear. It has everything to do with control. But to understand that, we need to break this behavior down properly. Point 1. Control of identity. Avoids posting photos, especially face pictures. These people prefer controlling how they're perceived, not letting images do it for them. They're harder to categorize. People project assumptions onto them. Sometimes curiosity, sometimes intimidation. When you don't show everything, people fill in the gaps themselves. Point 2. Observer mindset. Watches more than they share. Strong external awareness. They read people before revealing themselves. Social advantage in conversations, negotiations, and group dynamics. The loudest person is rarely the most powerful one. Point 3. Low need for validation. No need for likes, comments, or public reassurance. Self-worth is internally regulated. Emotional independence, but also emotional distance. They don't chase attention. They choose when to receive it. Point 4. High boundary awareness. Selective sharing. Strong sense of psychological boundaries. Less emotional burnout, but sometimes labeled as cold or private. Privacy isn't secrecy, it's self-respect. Point 5. Power through scarcity. Rare appearance creates intrigue. Scarcity increases perceived value. People take them more seriously, or feel uneasy around them. What's always available is rarely respected. Point 6. Fear of misinterpretation, not insecurity. Avoids frozen snapshots. Aware that images oversimplify identity. Prefers being understood over being visible. A photo captures a moment, not a mind. Point 7. Strategic self-exposure. Appears when necessary, disappears when not. Exposure is intentional, not emotional. Maintains autonomy in social hierarchies. They don't hide, they wait. Here's where most people get this wrong. This isn't confidence, and it's not insecurity either. It's something far more uncomfortable to admit. In careers, these people are often underestimated at first, and then suddenly taken very seriously. In relationships, they're mysterious, sometimes magnetic, sometimes misunderstood. Socially, they control the pace. Others reveal, they decide. This behavior shapes power dynamics, whether they intend it or not. The real psychological reason people don't post their photos online isn't fear. It's selective self-disclosure. They understand that visibility equals vulnerability, and they choose vulnerability carefully. In a world obsessed with being seen, they choose to be understood. And once you realize this, you'll stop assuming silence means weakness. Sometimes silence is strategy. And the most interesting people are the ones you never fully see.